welcome. On the 13th day of August 2022, Owerri, the Imo State capital, went agog with the presence of the Labour Party presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi. Why, you may ask? Well, we'll tell you. He was here to commission this magnificent edifice donated by an American-based Imolite, Attorney Dr. Libo Agwara, who hails from Ngobala. This magnificent edifice is in the Highborough area of Owerri. You can call it the Lekki of Owerri. Here it's known for commercial activities. For him to donate this edifice freely to the obedient movement is something that is remarkable. So we are here to look around the building as well as to interview the donor, Dr. Libo Agwara, to know what motivated him to donate this edifice to the Obi movement. Come with us.
As you know, campaign have not started. So I'm not here on campaign. I'm here to receive from a wonderful supporter who gave us this building to support our labor movement. We have not started campaign. When campaign starts, we will come and we will be able to tell you what we are going to do. But one thing we assure you is that our journey is not a normal campaign. We are bringing back Nigerians. We are going to take back Nigeria and give it to the youth. When that time comes, you know, we thank you for your support. Chairman, we thank you for everything. The rest assured that all of us will be part of this movement. All of us will support it. We will be able to change this country. It cannot continue the way it is today. So thank you very much. Thank you. Thank all our supporters. The rest assured, for 2023, whoever is driver of this country will be a good driver.
We are inside the building of the newly commissioned structure donated to the Labour Party by Dr. Libo Agwara. We are here to know him better. Sir, could you please introduce yourself to us?
Well, you kind of already done that. I mean, my name is Libo Agwara. I'm an attorney by profession. I live in the United States. I practice law in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'm from Ngobala, local government in Imo State.
So this structure that you donated to the Labour Party is situated in the Highborough area of the city. A lot of persons would want to use it for commercial purposes, but you nobly donated it to the Labour Party. What motivated you to do this?
I mean, the current condition of the country and the desire to see Peter be elected the next president of Nigeria. Those are the reasons why I do this building to the Labour Party for the benefit of the former governor Obi
Okay.
You know, the building has been here for 10 years.
Yeah.
And I've refused to rent it to anybody. The banks have come, everybody's come. I just didn't want to be a landlord in Nigeria again, considering the experience that I had before. So when this opportunity came up, I didn't hesitate. I actually reached out to the Labour Party, and I'm glad that they saw the need. Okay, I hope that by this time next year we'll be governed by President Peter Obi.
Okay, let's establish a fact. How long have you stayed in America?
Too long.
Okay.
But it will be 40 years next month.
Yeah. Okay. Considering the hardship in Nigeria with a lot of persons seeking to go to other developed countries, what made you decide to come into Nigeria to invest as well as to partake in the Nigerian politics?
This is the only country we have. Okay, and I'm glad you asked that question, because for those people who have been in the government in the last, should I say, maybe 30 years, and who think that by enriching themselves or stealing the people's money and by sending their children overseas, that they have it made. Well, I got news for them. Okay, those kids will want to come back someday. And so you can imagine those of us who have been there, really, some of us have no reason to come here, except that we love this country and we would like to see it do well. So that's, it's just, I come to Nigeria like 8 times a year. So I live here and I live there. Okay, so this is home. If that is not reason enough, I don't know what is.
Okay, so to be clear, you don't have any political ambition or aspiration that made you donate this structure to the movement?
Well, let me answer that question by saying, first of all, no. Okay, a lot of people are speculating as to why. I've had a few people come to me and say, hey, you'll be a good candidate for this. No, there was no, and the people who have political aspirations, how many buildings have they donated? Okay, if I had one, I'll make it known. I don't think there's anything wrong in someone who wants to be elected to some position. Okay, I don't think they should hide it. However, at this point, my only interest right now is to get Obi elected president.
Okay, sir, there are speculations that you're related to the governor of Imo State, Governor Hope Uzodinma. What's your take on this? I don't know where I think there's a video some clown, made. I don't know what his intentions were, or whether he meant to say that somebody from Imo State gave the building for the benefit of the presidential candidate from Anambra. But whatever his motivations were, I don't care. The point is, I need people to understand that I've never met Hope Uzodinma in my life. I don't know who he is. I don't know where he's from, except what I've read from the news. So whoever is saying I'm related to Peter, I'm surprised. Now, I don't even think I have any relations or relatives outside of Ngobala local government. Okay, so that's someone's fabrication. A lot of people have called me and said, well, maybe it's one of the people who feel threatened by my emergence as a stakeholder in a Labour Party, and those people are engineering insinuations. I don't care what it is, but it needs to stop. I'm not related to the governor, okay? And in this case, I mean Hope Uzodinma, I don't mean Peter. Later I might related to Peter, but the point is that I don't know how it started, but it needs to stop. Lastly, sir, from what perspective do you see Peter Obi? Do you see him from the fact that he's an Igbo man trying to be the president, or from what perspective do you see him from?
For those of us who have known and followed Governor Obi since he was governor of Anambra, it's kind of an insulting question to ask of a man who doesn't really care whether you're from the north, south, okay, Igbo, Yoruba, or Hausa. He wants to solve Nigeria's problems. Okay, that's the reason some of us are following him. If he's not the only Igbo person who has run for president. A lot of Igbos have run for president. Okay, he has started a movement, and it's a Nigerian movement. So people need to be careful. He's not I'm not supporting him because he's an Igbo man. Okay? You know, I'm sure at least just in the APC alone, they had a bunch of Igbos running for president. Okay, I don't even think they got any votes in their primary. So Peter is a Nigerian movement. Okay, you look at the young people in the Southwest, in the North. I mean, he's really he started something in the youths that I think the old people better recognize it and get out of the way.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We are here to interview the Imo State Labour Party chairman, Dr. Ambrose Onyekwere, to know how he feels about this donation made by Dr. Libo Agwara and commissioned by the Labour Party presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi. Good to have you, sir.
You're welcome.
Could you please introduce yourself to us?
Well, part of the introduction you have done. I am Chief Dr. Ambrose Onyekwere, and by his grace, I am the Labour Party chairman in Imo State. And I from Obo local government. My local government is Obo.
Okay. So what is the state of Labour Party in Imo State today?
Well, the position is this. We've come a long way from the affirmation of His Excellency in Asaba to conducting primaries that floated through, that threw up all our legislative candidates, wading through substitution, and coming this day, strengthening structures in the local government down to the ward, even to the booth level. So the state is quite progressive and so much in accordance with our work program.
From every indication, there is a massive influx of people members into the party. How are you managing this influx?
This one is a very big challenge to us, but with the kind of team I have on board here, the ESCO, we've been really managing it effectively.
We understand that this office complex was donated by Dr. Libo Agwara. How do you feel about the donation and the commissioning by the party's presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi?
Well, I feel great. And even with the commissioning, I feel on top of the world as the party chairman in Imo State. And my team and myself are very, very happy with the donation. Because a lot of people have been saying Labour Party is silent here and there in Imo and this and that, but we have not been silent. His Excellency has come and seen by himself that we are not silent. We are really working, except that we do not have we don't talk too much of what we have achieved or what we are doing.
What influence does this donation have on the party?
Well, it lifts it up in the first instance, and there is a lot of image making and providing us with the basic facility that we need and we have been grappling with all this while.
From your own perspective and assessment, how do you think the Labour Party would win elections from the presidency to the least position in the coming 2023 elections?
We will win elections by putting in more efforts. We've got to work hard in the area of voter education, in the area of mobilization, and in the area of strengthening our structures from the local government to the ward to the booth. This is a road we have been before, and I believe that we are going to work through and successfully too.
Okay, lastly, sir, how do you intend to use this office structure to propel supporters for Peter Obi in Imo State?
Already, since after the commissioning, before the commissioning, we've been having like scores of visitors. But right after the commissioning, the number of visitors we receive here on a daily basis had to quadruple. We now have too many visitors every day. Some making inquiries, some coming to, know where they are supposed to go. Make inquiries, asking for what to do, where we deploy them, where to work, especially many of the support groups. Some come to see the structure, appreciate it, that, that Labour Party is going great, it's flying high. It's not about Imo State, it's not about Owerri, it's all about Nigeria. And why we feel very gratified with this donation is that I think it is one of the best in the Federation as at now.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That will be all. And that is it for today, dear viewers. We have watched the commissioning of this massive structure by the presidential candidate, the Labour Party presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi. We were also able to interview Dr. Libo Agwara, the honorable man who made this massive donation to the Labour Party. And we were also able to know what motivated him to do this donation. We also interviewed the state party chairman, Dr. Ambrose Onyekwere. You all have to know that there is a massive influx of people registering with the Labour Party. That is to say, the Labour Party in Imo State is on the right path. Go out there, get your PVC, and do the right thing. I am your host, Iwunna Munachi. Stay tuned for another edition. Bye-bye for now.